I bought this fertilizer injector to replace what I've been using. This is a more modern style and adjustable, and they're pretty common on Amazon. This is a 3/4 inlet, so hopefully there's enough water flow there to run my garden. I think so, because we're just running drip tape. So I'm using all threaded PVC parts, and I'm sealing it with pipe dope. All right, I installed my fertilizer injector. You can hear it pumping, and it's pulling. We're down about 3 inches on our bucket level, water level. There's nothing in the water yet, but I'm about ready to put something in there. Our drip tape is fully pressurized at, I'd say 10% here, and then we have pressure reducers down here that reduce to 10 psi on both sides, and 300 mesh filters here on both sides going both directions. And then the one side goes out into the garden, and raspberries, blackberries on that side. And this other valve here, filter and so forth, goes to that side with the grapes and anything else we have planted on this side of the irrigation system. So I'm excited to see that this is working. It's actually sucking out of the bucket while I'm running normal volumes of water in the irrigation system. The irrigation system is fully up and running at 10 pounds pressure going both directions. I couldn't get this thing to work that well. I had to shut off the irrigation system and run all the pressure through that guy to get enough suction to pull out of the bucket with that little Venturi. And we tried 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, we tried them all. And they all kind of worked the same, where you had to turn off the main system to get enough pressure, because it wouldn't really run well at 8 pounds pressure. This thing seems to be working great. When we planted our garden, each of the rows, this row of potatoes, the row of tomatoes, the row of strawberries, the row of zucchini, peppers, and so forth, all get just hand scattered 16, 16, 16 usually. This year we actually used 999 with 10 or 11% iron. And it's keeping the grapes okay, but over there where that's all near a high caliche level, or a hard pan level in the ground, it doesn't see the iron very well. So we're going to give it a little liquid iron, some Fertilone 20-20-20, at least to begin with, and then I'll start using the 45 potassium. You see, this is just soluble 20-20-20. That'll work. I'll put about 1/4 cup in here. Okay, and then I want to fill that bucket, so let's run that water in here and fill it up so we can tell how much we used with that much fertilizer. That ought to do. Yeah, it just mixes what I've mixed here. This is a mixture. It mixes that with a mixture of water and dilutes it even farther, but can continually, if I want to, I can continually add fertilizer every time I irrigate. Okay, so the irrigation main line is PVC, and then off the PVC I take poly, and then these little poly valves to drip tape. And this is just like, it's just like a Ziploc bag. It's really, and it's pressurized now, so it's holding it open. These valves can turn that line on and off. So if I'm worried that because the tomatoes are under plastic that they're getting too much water, I just turn that line off. Or if the potatoes are planted here, this last watering, I turn those off because they're going to rot the potato seed if it's too wet. Alright, you can see it's dripping. Every 8 inches off of that drip tape is set on the roll of drip tape. That this particular drip tape runs at 8 psi and uses 0.65 gallons per hour per 100 feet of drip tape. Each of our rows is about 50 feet, maybe 60 feet long. I'll see how it starts soaking out in circles until it's soaked out maybe 16 to 18 inches across. You can see the irrigation drip tape system is running at 8 pounds pressure, and the whole thing is going through the fertilizer injector, which is sucking out of this bucket right here, which has Fertilizer 20-20-20 in it. We're down about 4 inches since 5-6 minutes ago, so it'll suck quite quickly. We can put liquid iron, we can put Fertilome's 45% potassium in there. We can put the Thrive that includes molasses. It's a very good product. This big jug of Thrive is compost tea with, I believe they add molasses, but we can see here, derived from sugarcane, molasses, rock phosphate, alfalfa, and magnesium sulfate. So they've made a compost tea. And then you can see the analysis there. It's sunny out here, so I can't see it, but I'm hoping you can see it right there. So it's not everything, but it's a really good product. And I'll put a gurgle or two of that in the 5-gallon bucket. I'll also put a handful of Epsom salts in there, and then this liquid iron I get from Steve Regan Farm Store, and we'll put a couple of gurgles of that in this bucket. Do the same thing. Just like this. About like that. A couple of big, good-sized gurgles of that. We'll stir that in there, and then I'll put a handful of Epsom salts in here. It'll mix, it'll dissolve. And then some Thrive. A couple of good gurgles of that, maybe close to a cup. It sucked that bucket dry on the setting of 4. It sucked it down probably within just over 30 minutes. I throttle the pressure right here manually to 10 pounds pressure.